Okay, summer and spring shoes are going away. Winter clothes coming out. We already have a lot of winter stuff here. Gotta have options, but husband actually 3D printed all these hooks. We're gonna get a bunch more hooks up. Such dead space, might as well hang stuff here. And we're getting all our winter boots and things. These are my winter boots. I wear these sometimes, like right now, when it's like 0 and above. I wear these for these. Actually, I'll probably start wearing these really soon because these just don't keep my feet. If it's a consistent 0 and above, I'll wear those. Or I'll wear these, yeah. But if it's consistent cold days and night, I'll be wearing these because these are my winter boots. They're so comfy. We found these at Once Upon a Child for like $5-10 each. Steal. They're Sorels and let's see, they're both Sorels, I think. No, Colombian Sorel, yeah. Super nice, gently used. You know, I mean, kids go through boots like so fast. So, you know, and they're just great condition. Perfect. We got these kids bibs on sale during the spring when they were clearing out their winter stuff. So we've had those for a hot minute. I've had my winter jacket, I don't know, 10 years. It's just still so good. It works so great. Why get another one? Oh, these jackets were also on sale with these bibs. So it was a really good deal. All right, maybe a little dirty, but let's get a good look. This is as organized as it's gonna be all winter. Hi everyone, Morgan here. So it is consistently below freezing temps. So 32 degrees and below at night. During the days, it's still getting into the 40s. So, you know, but we got the frosty frost on the ground. Of course, we're in the shade here. You know, in the sun. Sun is barely just coming up. In the sun, it's still kind of frosty, but it's warming up a little. It's 32 degrees currently. So chickens, their water, and quail, you know, their water is freezing now because this door. So the chicken and quail water is consistently freezing. So I'm going to be coming out here and checking it. That water that they had in there is frozen. And then I gave them new water, that new little temporary water. Yeah, we hear you. Okay, we hear you. Their water was frozen too, but I got them new water. What I did is I filled it with just slightly warmer water so that it takes longer to freeze. We just ordered these, and these will be in a little bit. And stay tuned to the end of the video to see how we're moving these quails and chickens around into their coop area. Their coop is behind us. Their coop is actually behind here, and I'm going to show you how I'm moving the quails and the chickens in there to make them more comfortable for winter. We are not planning to use any heat. A couple people have talked me out of using a heat lamp. I thought I was going to do supplemental heat, but a couple people talked me out of it. So I'm going to show you how we plan to be keeping them warm and comfortable during the winter. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. Oh, we got a snowblower from Marketplace like in July for like $150, and it needed a little bit of work, and so it's at a shop right now. It's going to cost us maybe another $200 to get it fixed, but you know, super steel. I mean, it's a big snowblower too. It's the one like that we wanted that you would find maybe at Lowe's or Home Depot right now for like $1,000, $1,200. They're crazy expensive these days. So we found a fantastic deal, and we found a great shop that's fixing it up. So we're super happy we had that snowblower. It is finally time to pull this stuff out. The garden has been spent. I took everything out that was going to be out, and I just need to pull things. So frosty. Well, thank you very much, garden, for a wonderful season. And how about do it? Next year we're going to be expanding out, literally doubling our garden. So this water was in here. It's been in here for days. This was our meat chicken water, and it's not frozen. So in addition to those base plates that we have just being inside this area, along with the insulation that we're going to be putting in, this is the chicken here. I'll just show you. see. So this side, we're gonna clean it up a little bit. This is gonna be for quails in here. And then this is the chickens. Oh, I thought it was gonna light with light. There we go. This is the chicken side. We're getting some more perches up today. But they're gonna be golden in here. Their food and water is gonna be in here. Our generator's up and going. We have our solar generators as well, with extra gas and stuff like that. As far as heat goes, we do have this pellet stove, but this is not our main stove. This is not our main stove for heat. In general, as far as like cooking and that other stuff, you know, like we are on electric stove and I hate it. I hate it. We're on a well that uses, you know, an electric pump, but you know, there's going to be snow and all that kind of stuff that we can melt. You know, we have a bazillion and one ways to cook and boil water outside if we ever need to make fires. This year I really wanted to make like a nice little fire pit and covered and everything to like maybe have like a little outdoor kitchen and stuff, but it just didn't happen this year, but hopefully next year. We are also making a manual hand pump. We're going to be doing a DIY, so that's an upcoming video. Be sure to watch out for that. We have our propane Coleman if we ever want to take that inside too. You know, we have lots of alternative ways to cook and boil water and whatever. So as far as heat goes, our main heat, so we do have that pellet stove as like a backup. And we might be running it every once in a while. Pellets are crazy cheap, but we do have that pellet stove. We also have buddy burners, and we have a wall propane as well as a big propane as alternative heating. The oil is our main heat, and it does, you know, use electricity for pumping and stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of the oil. I think it's great, like as in it's really efficient and it warms the house really great. But of course, my dream is to have a wood stove. That is our goal for next year. We have a solid plan to get it installed by next winter. So in 1 year, we will have a wood stove, and then the oil and the other propanes will be the backup to the backup to the backup, right? But heat is a huge, huge issue for us, right? Being here in Alaska. So that's like a huge priority for us. Getting plenty of oil this winter, and then next year stocking up on wood so that when we have our wood stove, which we will have in 1 year, exactly 1 year from now, we should have our wood stove. So I'll be excited to take you through that process too. We have it all planned out. We are so excited. I want it now. I'm like, but we have other things that we have to take care of too, as well as get the wood stove. So anyway, that's our heating situation. Our house is also really well insulated, like super well insulated. So that's going to be a huge plus with anything when it comes to cold weather stuff, is really good insulation. And that's why we're getting insulation in the chicken coops as well, so that they'll just generally stay warmer. One of the biggest issues for us with our well is the fact that, you know, it's not just that our well runs on electricity. We have a water softener that takes high amounts of iron out of our water. So if we don't have that running, and you know, the water softener takes electricity, if we don't have that, and all we're doing is hand pumping out of our well or melting snow, we'll want something to especially distill it from the well, but the snow may be a little bit easier. We may not have to distill, but we have this distiller, and the review is coming up on this, but we have this distiller, and that's a really, really important thing for us. You can use this over propane, you know, I could use this over coals, things like that. So this was a huge, huge, huge thing for us. The kids' room gets so cold because it's in the basement. The basement gets very, very cold. So we do have this electric heater, but if we didn't have this, we would either bring them up with us upstairs where it's warmer, or we would bring a propane, the like buddy heater down here for them. They do need it. Our heater, our ducts are not great. So this is a huge, 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 this is a must if they sleep down here, you know. Husband is fixing this pole that was basically like collapsing in on itself, and like this whole thing was just like tilting. So anyway, finally getting this fixed so that the snow doesn't collapse it more and, like, you know, take out our chicken or two, you know. We get oil. We'll be getting oil all throughout the winter, but this is how we do it. Easy peasy. We haul it ourselves because it's way cheaper that way. All right, quails are in their new home. They're loving it. Look at all this room they got. At their food and water. Yeah, okay. So we gave them that little hiding spot over there. That's probably where they're going to lay all their eggs too. So this is a much nicer area for them. This is going to be great. It's perfect. And then come over here to the chicken side. And yeah, we need more pine shavings for them, but I'm trying to get them to figure out. We're gonna have to shove them all in here to get them to figure out the food and water, but they'll figure it out. The quail house is outside now, and it can get snowed on. I don't care at all, not even a little. So, and they'll be moved in there next summer. And chickens have this whole place here. I think we're good. You know, obviously you're always going to learn, oh, you know, this will be good for next year, or, oh, we should do this for that next year, or whatever. You know, we're always going to live and learn, that kind of thing. But I feel pretty good. And I think the last thing is just getting out in winter. You know, your mental and physical well-being are just so important year round. And people in winter, just because it gets cold and snowy and people just don't adapt to that, and they just stay inside and hibernate, and that you can't do that. Like, you have to get outside. If not for your mental, then your physical well-being. You have to get outside. Not only does it make the time go by easier and better, but it's good for your mental health. It's good for everybody to get acclimated to that colder weather. Of course, all your weather gear and everything, have all that on, bundle up. And you'll be good. So, you know, that's our plan, to try to get out as much as possible. We do have lots of indoor activities, you know, but that's kind of not the point. You know, you still got to get outside, you know, just as much as you got to get outside during the summer and all the good weather, you got to get outside during the bad weather too. Winterizing the Jeep was very important. In southern Alaska, it's not a big deal, but here where we are, this plug represents trickle charging it when we are parked, or like here at home, something like that, to where it's trickle charging the battery so it's not so hard on the battery and engine.
We also have a heater on the transmission, a heater on the oil pan, and a heater on the block. So this splits off to all four of those things to make sure that when it's -40, we can fire the Jeep up and still drive.
Yeah.